My name is Pam Erickson, and I am a lector at Trinity Cathedral in Portland. Today, we share the writing of the Rev'd Alla Bozarth, an Oregon native who was one of the groundbreaking Philadelphia 11, the first women to be ordained as priests in the Episcopal Church in July 1974. Her trailblazing ministry has been a profound expression of the divine feminine, blending spirituality, healing, and creativity. And today's episode features a reading of her poetry, celebrating her life's work and ministry. Advent Eve. We wake in the darkness wrapped around us like a thick comforter, but without comfort. We wake with prayers for the homeless on our lips. We wake not yet in wonderment, but wondering how the poor and sick will survive the cold winter nights, and what food will sustain them through their dark days. We remember a young Jewish woman of Palestine, barely old enough to be a mother, expecting her first child, and the good man, her husband, strong and protective. We remember them, also forced by hostile government powers, to undertake a perilous journey in indifferent and sometimes cruel circumstances. We remember how long they were on the road, and homeless for the length of it, perhaps cold at night, perhaps hungry. They had no one but each other and God, and the presence the woman carried within her body. They drew strength from knowledge of how serious and sacred this undertaking was. We awake remembering them as if following them from the start of their journey, which did not begin when they gathered themselves together for the trip from the north to the mid-country to be counted in the census and to pay taxes. Their journey began thousands of years of longing earlier. Humankind has not been here long enough to contain the breadth of longing for fulfillment which we share. It overflows from every heart and the heart of every community and country into the inexpressible night of our unknowing, both how alone we might be and how never alone we are, for the Holy One, our own Divine Mother, carries us still wrapped by her body, the universe, and we are held by kind, fathering arms through the dangers of time, as Spirit provides celestial lights for our lives. We wait for something wonderful to be born. We dream of this birth without knowing, unable to imagine the splendor of it. But we feel it coming in a certain direction, and we set out with the Holy Family to meet it. We carry our burden of longing, each of us 1,000 years' worth, and we are faithful, step by step, and sometimes swimming along river roads where there are no bridges. We hope for hospitality along the way from friendly strangers. We practice beautiful songs we know to offer them in turn as thanks. We are as ready as can be. We shake out the sand from our shoes. We repair our clothing. We share song and sustenance with strangers. We keep our eye on the beauty still alive in creation. And we realize now and then that we are, in spite of the meanness and cruelty that sometimes happen, part of that goodness and beauty. We are 1 and 2 and 2,000 among millions and more. Our night journey is guided by visions of stories in the heavens. They give us the map to help us move through our days. They are blessing stories of encouragement. We share them aloud over and over, for now we are in them, helping them all toward their joyful destination, here where we are, walking the earth as if we were aware that we are part of it, giving thanks through all that we don't know, especially giving thanks for the unknown blessings that are already on their way to meet us, along our way and at journey's end. And so at night in the dark, we light our candles and pray. And so we enact our faith and invoke our hope and give thanks with love to the living God. One candle, purple or rose or white, a new one each week, and each week for 1,000 years of strength and grace for steadfast going on. And we feel God's blessing in turn, like a kiss of moonlight on a winter's night, like a poem remembered from childhood, like our own dear father's or mother's or angel's song. And we pray, thanks, and go on.